What is going on, everyone? Commodore Lads here today, bringing to you guys my live reaction to Kingdom Manga Chapter 608. Now, it has been 2 long weeks, but the chapter has just finally come out. Shout out to Senscans and Turn Farmers as always for bringing the greatness of Kingdom week in and week out, because a certain company in North America continues to fail us on a weekly, a monthly, and an annual basis. Now, real quick though, I just want to say I have some construction going on in the background stuff because they're fixing the streets and everything. So if you hear any background noise, it is what it is. But it's been 2 long weeks, man. We haven't had Kingdom, but we're back to hopefully see what's going to go down with Ou Sen this time around, because, last chapter we read, Ou Sen had made his way pretty much into the battlefield after, sending out his men, doing their, their jobs and stuff. And that led to Ou Sen and Boku pretty much talking in the middle. And eventually we got the thing that's, we knew it was going to happen one day. I didn't think it would happen right there in that moment. But Ou Sen actually asking Boku to join him. But more so, the hints and teases about him wanting to have his own state, to become his own king, that was teased by Sei way back, when we were first introduced to Ou Sen. And, in the data books, later on, I think around volume 40, 41, it could have been. But I remember because Hara did some takes and stuff, talking about stuff in Kingdom, little things in the manga and everything. And it was talked about before Ou Sen's dark ambitions. And last chapter pretty much confirmed those ambitions are potentially real. I've been hearing people also say too that maybe it's going to be similar to what happened in Bio, where Ou Sen's just doing this right now, and then maybe Shin does the whole Our Lord's Arrow, that whole act comes again. I don't know. I doubt Boku's going to join up. If he goes anywhere, it will be possibly Chu or something. I can never see him join the side that he played a massive role in getting rid of Oki. It just doesn't make sense to me. But for me to find out what's going on, I got to read the chapter. So without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Chapter 608 of the Kingdom Greatness. There we go. Volume 56, chapter 608. And the header over here says, The Center's Hope. Alright. You see Kanori reacting to what was going on. What? Is he seriously trying to recruit someone in the middle of battle? Not only that, he's asking Riboku-sama of all people. Wait, hang on. Just now, did he just say that he wants to create a whole new kingdom? Isn't this guy one of Chin's big shot generals? And some of his men already have that look of either of concern or Ou Sen, what are you up to? Which makes me think that they had no idea that Ou Sen had these ambitions, and this was something that was only known by maybe the higher ups and such. But Soul and Derimi are what's going on? Hold on. Though you may be someone who can easily lay waste to swathes of kingdoms, you will never be a man who is capable of lasting and nurturing one. Yo, Riboku. Yo, he told us straight up, no matter how lethal you may be, you are not fit to be king. It's literally Blackbeard just running into Whitebeard, and Whitebeard just telling him, nah, you're not the one, man. And all of them are shook. Ou Sen, I would perhaps go so far as to say, out of all who stand here, there is no one more foolish than you. Yo, he's talking. But I mean, we know what kind of warrior this man Riboku is. If he has to go into battle, he can probably back it up. We saw the scars on his body. He's not just a general who just thrives off strategy and whatsoever. He can throw hands as well. If that body says one thing, man, he can throw hands. And Ou Sen's is that your answer? And I love how we don't even get to see what the expression on his at least the lower half of his face and stuff. At least to tell us how he's feeling. But the fact is just going towards his eyes, it just makes it so much more ominous and stuff. With the vibe he's giving off right now. But you can tell on everyone's on their faces they have no idea how to react to it. You choose to tread the unwarding path, Riboku. It's not a question of whether or not you are rewarded for your efforts. As you said, the fate of Zhao as a whole rests on my shoulders, and that is precisely why I will not hesitate to risk life and limb. It is my duty. I imagine a twisted man like you who only places only himself at the top could never hope to understand that sentiment. All I hear are eliminations ripe with sorry excuses, Boku. I would not be so sure of that. I can tell you from experience, it is only when you find something worth protecting that your passion will burn brighter than ever. Kane's already getting more nervous by the second. Allow me to make this very clear. I will never allow Zhao to fall to her enemies, Ou Sen. Mark my words, you will come to regret this, bro. Yo, he took it out. Yo, if he pull out the glaive right now, he wants smoke. He's like, you don't want to join up with me? Let's throw hands. But at the same time, I wonder if he actually has some form of care for his family in regards to Oki, and if it's in the back of his mind that he gave him like one more shot, and it's like, look, I remember what you did to my family. Even though he doesn't seem like the guy gives a crap about family whatsoever, you have to think, based on, you know, what Oki's connection was to his family and everything, that there has to be some kind of like, you know, something inside of him is saying, all right, if that's the case, then I can still beat you for what happened. But I need it to be said to actually confirm that. But you'd have to think, man. Boku not deciding to join up with him, which is the smart move on his part. But Ou Sen, he's pulling up the glaive. We're gonna fight. Let's go. I return those words right back to you. You see everyone freaking out. Kill him, and he sends his men right towards his out troops, and then likewise back, protect Roboku-sama, kill Ou Sen, and they're going straight after each other, like one after another, and you just see in the little pockets on the both ends, you see Roboku and Ou Sen still standing within their little zones. There's the signal. Roboku said is ours, Chougaryuu. Yes, sir. Third, secure the area around Ou Sen-sama. Get him to the rear. Yes, sir. First, don't let Roboku escape. Surround him from the left and right. Yes, sir. All right, let's do this. We'll take off Ou Sen's head and end this battle already. Leave Ou Sen to Fute. We need help. We need to help Roboku-sama first. So, Fute going towards Ou Sen. Kane staying back on the to protect Roboku, which obviously was to be the case. Like, she's always going to be there to protect her master. This way, Ou Sen-sama. With us, Roboku-sama. Roboku. Ou Sen. The right wing will break through before long. It is futile to place your hopes on your right wing. Oh, the similar reaction and towards the one area that they know that could be the deciding factor to this entire battle. But yo, this is so spooky, man. It just fades in from like a long shot, and it slowly gets closer and closer to like an eye view afterwards. I guarantee, I assure you, you have no hope of winning. And they just come, basically that's the only thing that they come to agreement on when it comes to sentencing whatsoever, is like, you have no chance of winning this war. And we're flipping over, I think, back to Shin stuff, because now it's going flipping sides of the battlefield. Shin right wing. So yeah, going back to Shin and them. And you see Shin right there, bodying people left and right. Shin, you okay? Damn it. Why do I still feel so weak? I mean, unless the injury from before is coming back into play, the only thing I can think of, it's not the wound that's the issue. Yesterday, that fight against Chougaryuu took a heavier toll than I expected. Oh man, even in the man's afterlife, he was still able to leave something behind to affect Shin. And Garo gets pierced. Hold on. No, Garo. These 10 spear guys are too strong. Take pride in holding up as well as you did against Heishu, the third spear. Now die. Garo's like, what in the hell? Yo! Jin! Yo, if that was Jin's season, we move. And if not, it was time, we still move. Yo, Arrow Brothers are here. Yo, how long have we been waiting for these guys to finally ball out? Since freaking, oh my god, since Retsubi, man. Yo, we just got, let's go. I need the paddle. I need the paddle right now. He smoked him. Right in his, I thought he got him in his head. He actually got in his wrist. Because you see like the angle, just going right through, he pierced right through his wrist. Oh, he's not gonna be able to hold on to his weapon whatsoever, man. He's not gonna be able to hold on to anything. An arrow. Heishu-sama! And Garo comes in, just cuts him down right afterwards. If that was Tan character development, if that was Jin, that's my man's right there. Let's see. He's killed one of the 10 spears. Garo, Heishu-sama. You alright, Garo? Yeah, that shot saved my ass. It's gotta be him. The Archer brothers, Jin's arrow, my man came through. He said, da, 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 da. Nicely done, Jin. You just saved Garo-san. Look at my man. And Tan right there just chill on the side and stuff. So I guess he hasn't been able to recover from the events of Retsubi, which, oh man, he needs to get that thing taken care of. Even though I know it's not easy to tell someone, like, get into the mood of war. He understands that life and death is like you have to make up your mind and get it together. But good stuff though from Jin. He only has like one arrow left. When you look at the difference too, he's been launching them things the whole entire day. Nichan, was that? Yeah, that was a fluke. Yeah, I was aiming for that guy's head. I missed, but got lucky and still hit his arm. Yeah, I don't know if it's because he's nervous or the fact that he wasn't concentrated enough. Like, that's good. That's interesting. I was aiming for that guy's head and I missed, but got lucky and still hit his arm. I mean, obviously you see the worry in Tan right now, looking at what's going on, but it's like, I don't know. Maybe he was nervous or something, or maybe he wasn't able to get the concentration down or whatever. But still, it landed the hit that they need, so Garo can come in and get the kill afterwards. So, either way, we good. Both his arms and bow are at their limits because he spent the last few days shooting arrows non-stop. Oh, that makes sense. His endurance, basically just like his overall composure has been like concentrated the last few days, man. Like he's already at his limit. Oh man, Tan, more arrows. He's never allowed himself to stop. Nichan was always... I mean, he's doing this because you need to pick up the damn slack once and for all, Tan. I understand, like, you have a thing for not killing people and stuff, but, my man, you're in war right now. You got to get it together. He shoots a damn arrow and he sends it through the sky? What is wrong with you? But my arrows still won't hit, even though Nichan's been working so hard. My arrows just won't. Tan, it's okay. You don't need to force yourself. But... just promise me one thing, Tan. When the time comes that your Nichan isn't able to knock on an arrow anymore, promise me that you'll shoot in my stead. This war needs both of us two brothers and our bows. Yeah, I got it, Nichan. Tan, arrows, okay. I hope it doesn't mean that when I go out, you're going to be the one to take care of things for me. I hope to God that's not what it means, because I love Jin way too much right now from what we've seen. And if I have to stick with Tan, oh my God, Hara, we're throwing hands. I really am hoping to God that we do not get Jin's King smoked in this war. And that's going to lead to Tan being the brother we have to focus on. I would lose my goddamn mind if that's the case. Okay, see the horses galloping and everything, still making the move. Yo! Why? It's probably gonna be Heat, but it's Ou Hon. Damn it. Oh, shoot. You see Gyou Un, you see the heavy right there on the top of the helmet. So you've come, Ou Hon. The fated rematch. God damn it. I mean, I wanted Shin versus Gyou Un so badly for reasons that we've been wanting to see, but... oh, man. He's actually going to get Gyou Un, really, man. Like... I mean, obviously, like, he needs to have some general to fight to be able to stand at least near Shin's level, and at the very least, too, with Moten's promotion. But, really? Really? Like... I mean, we've been known. I'd rather him have taken down Chougaryuu, but then again, the moments and stuff wouldn't have hit the same way that we got it from Shin's end. But that's the end of the chapter, and we are going to get a chapter next week as well. Fated rematch, man. Jesus Christ. Well, obviously, Boku is not going to join forces with Ou Sen. We already knew that by that time. But obviously something was up too, and Boku noticed something was going on with Ou Sen. And now that clearly, you know, the negotiation came to nothing, basically, Ou Sen said, all right, we have to kill him right now. And obviously there's nothing in terms of any ties and stuff with Oki, if, you know, in terms of his decision. It's like, okay, if you don't want to join me, well, screw you. I'm going to have to take you out. Jin and Tan coming back, really happy about that. But at the same time, it's like, I'm really hoping that Jin does not get taken out during this war. If he does, and we have to focus on Tan, oh my god, it's going to have to take every ounce of my soul to actually commit and actually have care for Tan. Like, I understand, like, you know, he's scared about war and everything, and, you know, having to actually kill somebody, but it's like, my guy, if you had those thoughts, you should have just stayed home at the end of the day. You know, go back to the woods, hunting and stuff, but his character development will eventually come. I'm hoping that's going to be the case. And then to end the chapter, you're giving me right now Ou Hon and Gyou Un. And then not to mention, too, the stuff that's going on with Shin. I mean, obviously right now, he's not near 100% whatsoever after the events with Chougaryuu. So it makes you wonder, too, is that, say if Hoken does end up showing up in this battle, because, again, he's been teased and everything to come from the left side. I doubt he's going to be sticking on to Moten, and that he's going to be moving on his way afterwards to Shin. Is that you're possibly putting Shin up against a practically fully healthy Hoken. I don't care what anyone says about, you know, the Moten's lieutenant and stuff. You know, the old man actually, like, being able to stab Hoken, which should have done nothing to him. Like, the guy is literally, and if anything, he's at 99% health. You know what I mean? Like, he's literally still at the highest he can ever be and everything. That's not going to do nothing whatsoever to Hoken. So, because now it's going to be on the other end, where Shin's actually going into that fight, potentially not 100%, it's going to be like a worry right after. And maybe it's going to need him and maybe Kyokai to come in there to be able to fight. So that's how I can see things happening there. And then, of course, we're seeing Ou Hon versus Gyou Un. I think that's probably going to be maybe 2 or 3 chapters at best of them fighting. If not, maybe 2 chapters, just so that way the pacing can still continue on towards the end of the final day. We're going to have to wait and see. But I like the chapter overall, though. I want to say maybe 7.5, maybe towards the 8 out of 10 this week. But I'm curious to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys thought about the chapter itself. Did you guys enjoy this chapter in comparison? You know, because we had to wait 2 weeks for this chapter. So were you satisfied with what we got? If there's anything that you wanted me to talk about more in the chapter that I'm going to talk about, you know, leave your thoughts down in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of Kingdom, week in and week out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell, Shandora, to stay up to date with everything that goes on here on the channel. With that being said, I'll catch you guys next week for chapter 609. The start of Ou Hon versus Gyou Un, which should be a hell of a slobber knocker, but that's all I'm focusing on. I don't care on anything else from Ou Hon's side. If it's him talking, I might sleep. But if he's throwing hands, I gotta respect it. But we'll see that happen in a week's time. So, Commodore last signing off. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, take care.
Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy. I'm with the team, yeah, we going